I'm in the prime of my life. I am.
You're not.
I'm young. I'm a young person.
All right, I'll test you on young person slang, and you will not get 100%.
You're on.
We're young, right?
I think we're young.
Let's
I
see how
feel young,
Let's see
Brandon.
how young you are. I've got some phrases. I'm going to give you the word. You've got to give me a roundabout definition. You'll get some. There's no way you get them all.
Okay.
Aura.
Aura. Oh, if you've got aura, then you're like, it's like, are you cool? Do you? I'm already old.
It's coolness.
Yeah.
It is coolness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got aura. Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Brain rot.
Brain rot is just nonsense videos that you scroll through.
A canon event.
A canon event is something like crazy happening, like an explosive, crazy thing's happened, and everyone's reacting to it.
Yeah, it's like a potential negative experience that changes who you are.
Okay, I didn't get that one.
No. So what would we call that though? Core memory is what I'd call that.
Yeah, that's a core memory.
Yeah, they call it canon event.
Oh,
We're old.
no.
Chopped,
Oh, you're washed.
washed.
You're finished. You're not.
Chopped is ugly.
Oh,
Yeah. So if I was to say you look chopped today, that just means you look horrendous. Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Told you wouldn't get 100%. Glazing.
Yeah, you're. If you're glazing someone, you're being overly positive about them for unnecessary reasons.
To overly praise someone or to treat them with delicious insults.
I'd like a couple of delicious. I would want to be deliciously insulted. Wait, delicious insults.
Yeah. To treat them with delicious insults. To overly praise someone or... What is a delicious insult?
Oh my god, your beard looks absolutely.
Creamy. See? Delicious. Creamy's delicious. Cream's delicious. Riz.
Riz is like game.
Yeah.
If you got game with girls.
Do you know why it's called Riz?
I do. It's Riz. I do. It's called Riz because it's like the part or the end of a word. So like, it's the part or the end of a word. It's something in the word. It's like an abbreviation of a word like respect. It's not respect. I'm not that old.
What would you need to have Riz?
Oh, it's charisma. Yeah.
Correct. Sigma.
Sigma. Is that like you're not the beta, you're the alpha male?
Main character type
Okay.
thing. Yeah. Skibbity.
See, this is where it's below my thing. But skibbity is... all I know is skibbity toilet.
Which is mad that we know that.
What does that mean?
Apparently, it is often used to mean bad, good, or just random.
So everything.
So it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, great.
So you can just...
Let's create a word that means nothing.
Unk.
Old.
Yeah.
By the way, unk, referring to someone as unk, I've seen people talk about someone as an unk when they're 25 years old.
It terrifies me.
Oh my word, we need to get 16-year-olds off this platform.
Go away! I saw an interview the other day. What year does someone have to be born for you to say that they're old?
It's past 2000, isn't it?
It was 2000. We're 92.
Born in 92, not 92 years old. 6, 7.
How? How has that got to us? I mean, I know how it's got to me because I've got kids. How has that got to us? That we just instantly know what that means. Situationship.
That's old, right?
Yeah, but what would we call it?
Friends with benefits.
Right. What was wrong with Friends with Benefits?
It's too wordy.
Situationship, friends with benefits. 5 syllables each.
You just did the maths.
Sneaky link.
Sneaky link is... I thought that was the same as like friends with benefits.
It's a secret hookup.
Yeah.
We don't do sneaky links. Zombieing.
Ooh, zombieing. Is that when you go out without makeup?
That would be class. No.
Oh.
It's someone who ghosts you and then comes back from the dead.
That's a good one.
I like that.
I like that one. That's
like
very
that.
good.
I probably zombied before.
Yeah.
Definitely been zombied before.
Oh, I mean, I think men aren't as bad as women for zombieing.
Beige flag.
It's an action or something that someone does when you're speaking to them that means they might be boring.
Yeah. It's not anything good,
Yeah.
not anything bad. It's just their boring, mundane personality.
Yeah, they wear jeans.
It's not harmless. Yeah, their beige flag is. What would your beige flag be?
My beige flag is that I'm not emotional, maybe? Is that a beige flag? I don't think it's a red flag, and I don't think it's a green flag.
Some girls would say it's a red flag, and some would say it's a green flag.
It's not that I'm not emotional. I have emotions, but I'm maybe not emotionally available.
You're a zombie. I don't know what mine would be.
Your beige flag is that you've got giant calves for your body. It's a real beige
They're
flag.
actually really small.
Defined calves.
Clock it.
Clock it. Did you see it? Did you catch that?
To call something out or tell the truth.
Oh. Yeah, but if you clock something, did you clock that?
Right, that's what we'd say. But
Oh, they say clock it, so it's the full phrase.
so it's
Clock
like clock it.
it. Okay,
So
so
like if I said something outrageous, where we would say, "Shut the fuck up, mate,"
yeah.
they would go, "Clock it."
Okay.
I think. And then yeet.
Yeet is launch something.
That's old though. That you remember the yeah yeet?
Well, maybe, but when you say that, if it is old, then maybe we're not old.
Yeah, I don't think that was a great one. There's a list apparently of 160 teen slang words. The 2026 UK Parent Guide.
Oh my god! If you're a parent and you're trying to be down with the kids and learning their language, you really need to be doing the opposite. In your household, just anything that comes out of your kid's mouth that you don't understand, you pull them up and you say, "Hey, use the English language."
It's got experience with kids.
I haven't got kids. Fran, I haven't got kids, but I know how to raise a kid.
Now, off that list, we knew a fair few of them just through brain rotty type TikToks and things like that.
Yeah.
When you say don't encourage them, you have to pick your battle. So what I do, my parent strategy, is to use them so much that they become cringed out by me using them because I'm old to them.
Yeah, but that's classic parent behaviour where you embarrass your kids. I go by the opposite way, where military style, cut that shit out. And I'm angry.
Really?
Yeah, because if my kids are going around saying skibbity, first of all, you're going to enter into a world when you're older when you need to be taken seriously. Oh. I know you're a child and you can get that out the way. Fine, you be a child. Be a child in the normal ways that children have always been. Don't go around saying brain rot shit that doesn't help anyone. How does that help you, knowing what skibbity means? If your kids are at school, shut up. If your kids are at school and they're all saying skibbity, 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 is anyone having an actual conversation anymore? When I was a kid, we talk genuinely. When I was a kid, we talk about some real stuff. Kids nowadays are just, they're not having conversations. They're repeating phrases that they've heard online back to each other, like parroting. So at what point is anyone dealing with serious situations? Are they dealing with real life situations in a right way, or are you going, "Oh yeah, my uncle passed away"? Clock it,
Unk, clock it.
Oh, your uncle passed. Like,
no riz.
Yeah, I honestly think that's how kids are interacting these days.
It is. There's
okay. I'm old. Fine.
First of all, I can't think of any. The only one I can think of that took over us as a generic worldwide population was "Was Up."
Yeah, from the advert.
Yeah.
But that was just a greeting.
Yeah.
People weren't saying that in conversations, like
no, you weren't.
using it as terminology. Kids don't know. I would say that children are going to be less articulate in 10 years because the internet has pushed them into a world where they only have a certain amount of phrases to interact with people so that they are interacting with someone that's also on the same level as them. So the kids are all talking about the same thing and they're just parroting these phrases so everyone can like them.
I won't go too deep on it, but having had children that are of this age that use these phrases that were homeschooled because of COVID, there is going to be a massive problem with kids that are currently 8 to 13. When they start becoming real adults, there's going to be a real big problem because they don't know.
I think we're already seeing it now where kids turn in sort of 17, 18, 19. You look at their political leanings. I think people are so out of touch with the reality and I think a lot of kids are brought up without the raw horribleness of the world. They're brought up in a world where they are so protected that when they enter the real world, when their feelings are hurt, their reaction isn't to deal with it. Their reaction is, we must change everything that led to my feelings being hurt. So we stop having conversations about real stuff.
And it's all about how to manipulate everything else for that one individual or that section of individuals rather than just them taking ownership and saying, I don't really need to be offended by that.
Accountability is, the amount of people that are the direct result of their own problems, and I can talk about loads of things which I won't talk about, but the amount of people that have an innate inability to accept who they are and instead blame the rest of the world are the reasons why we see politics so divided, why we see the country so divided, because people can't relate to anything other than themselves. You're the reason why I'm like this, and it's not my fault.
No, that's the worst thing. Is it's not my fault. You see it all the time. I see it with my kids. It's, I didn't do that, and it's simple. Such as simple as, I've just watched you drop your coat, pick your coat up. It wasn't me. As simple as that. That's how ingrained it is into them. On a lighter note, because that was...
Before you move on to that lighter note, I just want to bring up a darker note. I saw a video. Have you seen this video? And this video shocked me. It was a video of two kids in a bedroom playing, and there was it's almost like a Ring camera above, which in the first instance is weird, but it's good that it was there because it caught what was absolutely nuts. There's a boy sat on the top bunk and a girl who's like swinging on the bunk, and she swings on it, breaks it. Her first reaction, which is how you know this person could be a monster one day, her first reaction was, I'm telling, ran to her mum, told on her brother who was just sat there saying, he broke it, he broke it, he broke it. It's not right, that, mate.
That sends, that's like spider sense to me. That goes through me, because my first instinct is always to get the truth out of your kids. You need to weirdly reward them even if they've done something bad. You need to promote honesty even when they fuck up, which is what I do in my household. What worries me about that is there's so many parents that will have, rightly or wrongly, a favoured child. She will have done that because she knows she can get away with it. And therefore, they would come down on that kid hard before they check the footage or anything like that. Some parents shouldn't have kids. Simple as.
Most
parents shouldn't have kids.
Yeah. Lighter note, go on.
Lighter note, well, it's not even a lighter note, it'll probably wind you up. I took my boys to watch a Wolves game because one of them supports Wolves. From the 60th minute, they were itching. Like, couldn't. And I was like, what's going on? Didn't say anything, so I was like, they were still watching the game, but they were like sort of giggling to each other and like laughing a little bit. And I thought, oh, well, they're having a good time, don't worry about it. Then about the 65th, 66th minute, they were staring at the scoreboard in Molineux, waiting. And when that clock hit 67 minutes, they were just looking at each other doing this. And I lost my shit. I absolutely lost my shit. I curbed it whilst we were in there. Waited until we got home, and I was like, I will not take you to a football game, because for me, the only thing they wanted to do was wait until the clock hit 67. That's too far for me. I don't mind a little bit of this here and there, and like on the chase, the number 67 comes up when they're watching a quiz show, and they'll be like, oh, 67. I don't mind that. If I've paid to take you to something and all you care about is the time, then that's a no-go. And that's where it goes too far. It creeps into their daily lives. They got banned from it for school. They're not allowed to say it in their school. They're not allowed to say 6-7 in their school. I've got a video. Last thing on this thing, because we're 20 minutes in. I went to watch their primary school do Young Voices, and you sit opposite where your child is in the utility or whatever it is in Birmingham. and my camera's very good, so I was zooming in to see exactly where they were. I caught the moment that one of the little shits wrote 6-7 on his notepad and was holding it up. And I got the moment where the teacher notices him doing it, walks down, rips it out of his hand, and then you can just see the boy like this for the rest of the concert. And I was laughing my head off, but I also couldn't believe that that was his thought.
I'm trying to think, when we were kids, did we do stuff like that? We probably did. And it's very, very...
I think it would be catchphrases from movies and TV shows.
Okay, which... And I get, so both things are culture, but when it's movies and TV shows, particularly when we grew up, movies and TV shows had messages. It was almost like you'd watch a film, especially as a child, so something directly made for you. There were parables.
You go watch The Lion King now, there's messages.
There's messages, there's things that make your child understand the world better. Now, that doesn't exist. It's how can I grab your attention and keep it? Yeah. So... yes, there were things probably that we did when we were younger like that, but nowadays I think those things don't link to anything substantial, whereas before, like you said, movies, TV shows, those were culture. Our culture shifted to mean nothing.
Yeah. There isn't any meaning to anything.
No.
It's quite literally, we do it. We do it when we're recording these videos. We say, what can we do to grab people at the start?
Well, it's that our conversation is completely and utterly at the mercy of someone clicking a thumbnail on a title. So if we do not thumbnail this video or title it well, the people watching right now will be one of maybe 40 or 50 people. If we do it well, especially when we're just an early channel growing, we might be now talking to 400-500 people.
Hi
guys.
Subscribe.
Let us know if you're here. But there is definitely currency in hooking people in, and unfortunately that's just the world that we live in. We make money off it, brands.
I can't watch. I'm in love with Peaky. I was in love with the Peaky Blinders series. I loved it. Watched it when it was released on a weekly basis or when it was dumped in a big load, and I would binge it. Been waiting 2-3 years for something new of Peaky Blinders to come out. That Immortal Man thing has come out. I see 1 hour plus, and I haven't been able to gear myself up to watch it. Really? Because in the time that I was watching those series relentlessly and religiously, my attention span has become so low and dwindled so much that I can't even bring myself up to say, I'm going to spend an hour of my time doing something that I really like, which is watching that TV show. And I hate that. And that is that is one of the biggest signs for me that I am getting old, is that I resent that feeling.
Yeah, you're like, I think I'm a little bit different, where I see something that is an hour long and I think, great, I'll time that up with my food and I'll sit there and I'll enjoy that for an hour. And I think I'll plan my meal around it.
Do you think that's kids? Do you think that's kids with me? That there's always something.
No, I think you've always been a little bit like that. I think you've always had your attention span's not great. Like if I'm talking to you about something that you are not specifically interested in, I reckon I've got a counter that goes 5, 4, and if I don't hook you in, which is why I've had to become funny to you, that is how I hook you in to listen to me.
Yeah, but we both do that. We had a situation the other day where I'd been talking for 10 minutes and and you, at the end of it, looked at me and were like, are you going to shut the fuck up? Because you didn't listen to a word I'd said, but you just heard me talking.
You were talking utter bollocks. And unfortunately, most people... Right, okay, let's spin a positive on this. Most people don't have a relationship where if their mate is talking to them about nothing and you're not interested, you have to sit there.
We nod along.
Yeah, we have a relationship where, as mates, you're talking bollocks. I'll go, Brant, you don't shut the fuck up in the last 10 minutes.
You would do it something really important.
And and unfortunately, you'd also picked a moment where I was busy doing something, and I had to, and it was a time limit. I had a time limit. I was on the clock, and you were just going, and I was going like this, and I was like, yeah.
I reckon it was at least 10 different topics in 4 or 5 minutes.
I was borderline impressed that you had so much to talk about.
The worst thing is, I didn't notice you weren't listening.
It's because you don't give a shit if I'm listening. The words were just coming out your mouth and you didn't care who was around.
Anyway, that's 20 minutes of us being old or young. You guys, there's no way that you will know. Who is watching? Are you 16 to 18 and you know all those things? Are you 20 to 25 and you're on the cusp? Are you old bastards like us?
26 to 34 is our audience.
Well, thanks.
Based off statistics.
Then you won't know half of those. And if you do, it's because you got kids. Let us know how many kids you've got.
Talking of videos and being distracted on TikTok and social media, what is the funniest video that you've ever seen?
So my go-to, a lot of them I can't think of. One of my go-to, or my go-to when I'm feeling down, is I just watch dogs doing stupid shit. It doesn't matter what they do.
Can you pinpoint one video that has made you laugh more than any other video in your whole life?
Yeah. And it was so unnecessary to laugh at it, but there's goats headbutting each other, really going at it. And then the camera perfectly pans and there's a leader goat just over the top of them, side-eyeing them. That, I don't know why. Maybe it's because my twins are like that. And then it felt like I was the one in the background.
You were the goat.
Just looking. But it caught me. You know, there's like 1 a.m. ones where you're just uncontrollably laughing. There'll be ones that I've sent to you where I've said, you need to watch this instantly because I'm in absolute tears. And you'll go, yeah, it's all right. But it's that moment that you watch it.
The one that stands out to me, I think we watched it together on headset. I think we were playing Xbox. And I was scrolling and I found this video and I was dead. I couldn't breathe. And I sent it to you and then you couldn't breathe. And the video is... There's a video where there's two guys. I can't see the other guy. I know there's one guy. And he's trying to stable this horse. And this horse was not having any of it. And one of these guys is called Miguel. And Miguel is nowhere to be seen, but the guy, I always picture that the guy who's in this battle with this horse is also called Miguel. And he's in this battle with this horse, and the horse bites down. And first of all, Miguel number 2 is in trouble. And he goes, "Oh, Miguel." Oh, Miguel. Because he's now ramped up his level of how much he's concerned. Miguel is not anywhere to be seen still. And then the horse bites down harder and starts moving Miguel number 2 around. And you hear his voice go up. And you, "Oh, Miguel!"
Oh, Miguel!
And then it finishes, "Oh, Miguel!" And he's been just ravaged by this horse. And I think he might have been hurt.
Oh, of course he was.
He was
The horse
seriously-
biting him.
And that video to me stands out as the funniest video I've ever seen. I think it's number 1. We've got a couple where we've laughed. I think that's number 1.
If are you gonna
No, go and
you've
search
got to go
it.
and find it. Search "Oh, Miguel," because that is
Miguel.
genius. We've got a very
Oh, Miguel.
we've got a very similar humour,
Yeah.
and we often watch a video and we'll be crying, and there'll be 2 or 3 other people in the room, and we'll show it them, and their faces will be stone cold.
Yeah, and
because
we're
they
in
won't find
tears.
it funny, and
Yeah.
we're in tears. The other one that springs to mind is the armadillo. We were at our friend's house, and you were just scrolling. That wouldn't have even been TikTok.
That was a video probably on Facebook or Instagram. And when I say it's the closest I've been to dying from laughing, like when people say, "I'm dying," you've never been me after the armadillo. I couldn't breathe.
After we watched the video, it's an armadillo that has, I think it's John Cena's music to it. And it's just, I mean, have you ever seen an armadillo? It's just plodding along, and then something else, it might be another armadillo, comes to like threaten it, and it just, on its back legs, stands like that, and it just goes, dun, 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 dun. But the reason we found it so funny is because of how hard that armadillo is.
I remember saying to you, we were crying, laughing, and I looked at you, and in the moment of silence, as we were both trying to catch our breath, I said to you, He's really hard.
We
And we were
10 seconds after that moment of you saying he's really hard, we both ran to the window, opened a window each on a big window. It's got one on either side. Opened a window each, and were looking at each other and laughing from outside of the window. And at one point, it was either me or you said, "I'm in real trouble."
Me, I said, I'm in real trouble here. I couldn't catch a breath. And you know when you have a panic attack and you're just searching for air, gasping for air, and I couldn't. And it made the moment less funny in that moment because there was panic started. I was panicking.
Which is probably why I was laughing even more. Oh man, there's nothing quite like TikTok is so diluted now. You have to search through 150, 200 videos to find one that even makes you go, huh.
Yeah, to even get a sniff out my nose.
But back in the prime, like people would only post for real meaning. You would find one of those videos every 4 or 5 scrolls.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, because the social medias weren't pushing nonsense videos; they were pushing videos that other people had already found funny.
That would
you were
really
getting,
like.
yeah, you were always getting like banger after banger. Nowadays, social media, you could get absolute horrendous. Like to be honest, you'll get some of my videos, and you've never heard of me before or never seen me before. So it's a great thing, but it also means that it's brain rot content.
Yeah, well, we're not.
Have you seen that video? There's a girl. Nakuna, I think her name is. If you haven't seen it, it will send you to Mars. There's a girl, and I'm trying to like play this out in my head. She's lit a candle of some kind, I think, and she's got a candle, and I think they're all holding candles, and they're at some sort of wedding event, and she does something, and maybe something falls, and the candle goes like this, and the man next to her. The candle lands on his neck, and she's burning the man's neck for a little while, and he reacts, and he's like, oh, normal reaction. Read the comments. That was a red flag. That's such a red flag. He's clearly aggressive. The people in the comments saying that this man had the audacity to even react to being burnt on the neck,
to have feelings,
to have fire. But he had fire on him.
My mind goes at a million miles an hour, as does yours. All I can think of is the tweet interaction where it's like those people that say I don't need sun cream, and then it's, oh, okay, sorry that you're harder than the sun.
Yeah.
That's how it reminds me that they found like offence.
How can
someone wants to wear sun cream?
It was an ick, and it was a red flag for girls that he reacted to being burnt, and how do we come back from that as a society?
Do you have anything that you would publicly write or have such a strong feeling of that if someone did it, you'd write, that's an ick? You could just keep that in, right?
I don't think men get icks in the same way as women do. So
turn-offs then, because icks and turn-offs are two different things for me.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know mine are quite specific, and I know they're not universally shared. So, like, there'll be things like masculine. Any masculine traits in a woman is an instant turn-off for me.
Can I give you my number one, which is really risky? But my wife knows, so it's fine. This girl's running. She's just running. Just, like, if I see her not included, because I love her very much, they do a parents' race at Sports Day.
Ooh.
I can't watch it.
Bear in mind, this is coming from the guy that at Sports Day in the dad's races stacked it in front of 200 people.
Yeah, because
you're calling an ick out on girls running,
yeah, of course,
and you were the guy who had his chin 15 feet into the ground.
I don't know how I'm still married after that. I don't. It's
a tough one to come back from.
That is, and that was probably.
How did you feel when you really embarrassed yourself in that way in front of so many people on film? How did you feel?
Yeah, but you know me. I've done a million things worse. It doesn't make me feel anyway.
You can carry that off well.
Yeah, which is funny because that would have been when I was at probably my heaviest weight, and I'm in a vest, and I look like I've caused an earthquake. But for context, the teaching assistant was being fun. I'm very fun. So And everyone kind of knows that around school. I'm like the village idiot, whatever. I was always like, I'll wear stupid things to pick up the kids. And they're like, what are you wearing that for? And I'm like, I don't care. So people know I don't care. So she's picked me out as one of the dad runners. And she's got a gigantic bucket of water. And as I'm passing her, she comes out of nowhere and leathers me with the water. I'm wearing glasses. It knocks my glasses off. I trip up on the ground and do that horrendously icky thing where you start stumbling a little bit. And then I, boom, kabang, into the ground. My first thought is, fuck you for doing that to me.
were you angry?
Oh, of course I was. No one else got leathered by 20 gallons of water. So I was angry. And I was winning. I was in front.
You had a bit of pace. And what's funny is I can see the physics. So there's maths going around my head as I see you stumbling, knowing full well you don't make it back from here. Because the stumble starts, and because you're so top heavy,
I'm sort of going like...
your legs are going like this. But unfortunately, this is the top. That's
so
never
top
going to
heavy.
sustain it at that point.
Top heavy. And I'm not a runner.
You end up horizontal to the ground, and you just never come.
You know in cars where they're coming to the end, and I think one of them, maybe Lightning McQueen, has to put his tongue out to try and win because he's coming to a screeching stop, and he's like, and he's trying to cross the line with his tongue. That's how I felt. I was almost like trying to get every body part out just in case I was anywhere near the line, because I couldn't fucking see the line because I was in a tsunami, and I slide chin down for a meter.
It's brilliant, and that will be a clip on TikTok if you want to go and see Brandon embarrassing himself, because it's genius. I'll put one out, a fresh one out, so everyone can see it.
Thanks.
Finish off this podcast. If anyone doesn't understand what we're doing here and why we aren't talking about football, we decided after all the amount of stupid chats that we have before recording, we might as well start recording them and posting them as well, so you can get to know us a little bit better.
We thought, we're doing this anyway, just like you said, so why not just put it on YouTube? And, we say some stupid things with the chomp and things on the football podcast, but it's not us.
Some of it
is. We just want you to like us. But
people will really like you.
Enough people, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Enough people watched our last one that we felt encouraged to do it again. So if you are liking it, please like the video, please comment, please subscribe, because it really helps us with creating more content. We today have come up with possibly my favourite idea that anyone's ever pitched. Do we tell them?
Yeah.
My wife is a very successful wedding makeup artist, and she does one-to-ones. In the heat of the moment, we were just cooking up content ideas, and one of us said something, and then all of a sudden, within 5 seconds, we have planned my wife teaching Alex how to do one-to-one makeup on me.
I think I'm going to be really good.
I think you're going to be really good. And the best thing is...
I cut my own hair, which sounds outrageous. I cut my own hair because there's something about it that feels really... I find it really satisfying, and I think makeup will be the same thing for me.
It's art, and you're very arty. You're very good with... Your dexterity with drawing and things like that is very good. Makeup is just painting a face.
What do you think would happen? What if I become a makeup artist off the back of this?
You'd earn flipping good money.
Would I?
400-500 quid a bride. Imagine that. Oh my God. I'd pay anything for someone to book Ruth, but you're her apprentice, and you turn up on their wedding day. Hi guys.
No one would let me touch their face. They don't anyway.
My biggest worry for this video is I've got a lot in the way, and I want you to do a good job.
I think you'll look great. I think you'll look dashing.
You're going to have to put fake lashes on me.
I can do that.
Place them.
Oh, I don't like touching eyes, but we can figure that out. Guys, if you want to tune into that, it will be on its way. We are available on all podcast platforms. This is Apple, Spotify, and then there's some platforms that I've never heard of that we're also on somehow.
How?
I don't know. I Googled it and we were on Cast Form or something, and I was like, when have I ever done that?
Hong Kong Today.
We're available on everything. I know.
We
about
are
that.
available on everything. And we're available for book now.
We're available for
Parties.
bridal parties. We've got the next World Cup Dream video coming up. You're probably going to see that. You might even see that
Friday.
next. Is that going to be Friday?
This is what I love about us. We don't know what we're doing. So quite often at the end of a podcast, we'll start talking about what our plans are. Because
I've just realised we finished the podcast. We're going, now what do we... It's like you can't leave work or leave someone without saying, when are you next in? Oh, I'll see you Friday. Oh, I'm not in Friday. Oh, Saturday. Yeah, no, I'm off Saturday. Oh, I see you on Monday. No, I'm off for a week on Monday. Okay, I'll see you in fucking 2 weeks then. We do that now when we're outroing the show.
you're not here Friday.
I'm not here Friday.
You'll see us.
You'll see us. You'll see the World Cup Dream will be on Friday.
And we'll have won again.
And we'll have won again. If you haven't tuned into that, it's a belted series. We're taking £10 to a World Cup.
If you're
Get
still
involved.
here, sorry for interrupting. If you're still here, first of all, well done. We're going to create an exclusive club for people that reach the end of this.
Good
podcast.
shout. Okay, if you're here, hashtag something very specific.
In the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then nobody else in the comments will understand apart from us.
And we will sort you something out for that. If you're still here. If you're still here 3 times in a row at this stage, 30 something minutes in, you will get something.
Okay, what's the hashtag going to be?
Oh, come on, we're on the time limit. They're not going to be here if we carry on.
Oh, God. Hashtag hurry up.
Hashtag hurry up.
Hashtag hurry up.
Hurry up club.
Yeah. Goodbye, folks.
Ooh.
Love you.